Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler platter video series of videos I've been doing for a while. I go there, try out food and drink items. I eat the stuff, I drink the stuff, and then, folks, I talk about the stuff. I'm gonna let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious crap that I'm gonna go over there and try on the old video channel that I'm doing with the YouTubes and such. Whilst I'm doing so, Peter Can Thunderbolt poster behind me. Look at him. Look at him. Marvel figures up there. Then we got crappy old ladder off to the side. And on top of that, folks, I'm wearing a cool shirt. When I wear a cool shirt, I always like to highlight the shirt. What cool shirt am I wearing, folks? Boom! Mega Ran shirt. Not Mega Man. That's the hat. We're talking Mega Ran. Who's Mega Ran? Mega Ran, he's nerdcore rapper hero. Okay? Or actually, I think it goes teacher rapper hero. He has a little thing that he signs himself. But yeah, he's a nerdcore rapper. He's also just a normal rapper too. He actually has like a few albums that are just like straight normal rap. If you're not familiar with nerdcore, it's generally rapping with like nerd related material as a thing. So look it up if you're into like nerd stuff. It's super cool. I love it. And Mega Ran was like my introduction into the genre. I've been fortunate enough to see him perform a bunch of times. In fact, that's why I'm wearing the shirt, because I actually got to see him perform just last night, the time I'm doing this. And I can't say enough good things about the guy. Not only is he just excellent at what he does, he's an inspirational figure. He's all over stuff, man. He's gonna have a song in the new Clerks movie, Clerks 3, so check that out. I'm just saying, folks. I'm just saying. Anyway, aside from cool shirt and all that stuff, and by the way, if you're interested in any Mega Ran stuff, real quick, I have a bunch of videos that I've uploaded onto this very channel, because not only do I do food stuff, I also do concert stuff that I go to. So, give that a look. But what am I trying for y'all today, folks? Well, we're doing, boom! They're new! They're Ruffles. They're Ruffles Smokey Barbecue Ridge Twists in sponsorship with the WNBA. Which, if you've seen my videos, the Ruffles has done a few other things with the not with the WN, but with the NBA. I know they had some LeBron James chips. Maybe Anthony Davis. I forget off the top of my head. I apologize. Like I think I did it last year or something like that. So, but yeah, like Ruffles has teamed up with the various basketball institutions, and now they're doing one with the WNBA, which I personally think is rather neat. The individual says have the power to empower with, I apologize, I'm probably going to get this wrong. Is it like Aja Wilson? Super apologize, because it's like A''J'. I'm going to go with Aja. Power forward for the Las Vegas Aces. And yeah, powered with the WNBA. Yeah, I think this is really neat. Not much of a sports person, typically, like, clearly. But I do like basketball. Like, it was actually a sport I liked to play when I was younger. I don't have the knees for it anymore. But it's been really cool. Like, I live in Illinois. At the time I'm doing this, just last year, the Chicago Sky won the championship. So it's bolstered a little hometown credibility. And I think the NBA gets kind of a bad rap. They're finding themselves as a league, is all I'm saying. So, because there's always people who are going to slag them off and everything like that. Mind you, none of those people, who are doing that have any fucking talent whatsoever in anything. But I'm just saying. Anyway, I'm here to try a thing. I just want to point out the WNBA Association thing, because hell, when I did the LeBron James thing, I spent half the fucking thing just making fun of LeBron James. So, oh, let's try some stuff. You can see they're all twisty. Oh, wow, they're really twisty. I have to admit, I was expecting them to just kind of be like Fritos. Like the honey barbecue ones, like that kind of twisty, but no, they're proper corkscrew. Look at it. Look at it. It's all screwy. All right. Let's try a thing. Hopefully they're better than the other ones, because both the LeBron one and the other one that I tried were underwhelming. So let's give it a go. Right off the bat, I couldn't say that they are. Yeah, no, seriously. The point of contention I had with the other two that I tried was I felt they were kind of lacking in flavor. Like, they had flavor, but I didn't feel like they really were living up to like what the chip was trying to promote. With these are really flavorful. And they do exactly what they're saying. They're calling them Smokey BBQ. And it's not just a thing. Like, they could have just had them be barbecue. And that would have been fine. Barbecue chips are delicious, of course. But no, there's definitely a little bit of a smoky tinge to it. It adds kind of a sort of almost an underlying bitterness, but it's a good thing. Like, if you've ever had smoky barbecue, it plays off the sweetness of like the barbecue, because barbecue sauce, can be very, very sweet. These are good. I like them. And I actually like the design of the twist. I mean, I don't think they reinvented the wheel. There have been twisty snack treats before. But, for instance, I've done a couple reviews on the Cheez-It Puffed, which are new Cheez-Its where they're puffy, kind of like Cheetos. And with those, I don't think that the puffed version, by the way, go watch those videos if you're interested, but I don't think the puffed version is a very good delivery system for the Cheez-It flavor. So changing the dynamic of the thing, it can really screw with the flavor. But in this case, it's nice. And they're to go to kind of like explain the eating experience beyond just the flavor. Again, going back to the Fritos honey barbecue ones that they have, these are softer than those. They're not soft. There's still a crunch, but like with the Fritos, it's a proper crispy treat. These have more give to them, which I think is good because they're longer and they are more corkscrewed. I think if they were too hard, along the lines of like the Fritos, I'm sure it'd still taste fine and everything like that. But it might be a little bit difficult to eat. With the Fritos, they're a little bit smaller. They don't have quite the twist on them. So they break up pretty easily. But these I can see being dense. Yeah, they're good. I like them. Since I've been comparing them to the Fritos anyway, I'll stick with that. I'll say this. I like the honey barbecue Fritos more than I like these. But, to be fair, I really like the honey barbecue Fritos. I've been a fan of those since they came out with them, man. Like, the first time I ever saw them in a vending machine, I was in high school, and I was like, I gotta try those. I gotta see what these are about. And instantly loved them. And, just as a quick plug for those, one thing that I always point out when I'm really disappointed in is just the volume in the bag. And you can see I've only had a few. And I've heard the argument, they do that so that they don't break apart. People don't want to pay for fucking air. That's the thing. And I know for a goddamn fact that when I was a kid, we weren't going over there and paying for this much air. Of course, there has to be a little bit of a cushion. I don't expect the bag to be full. But when you're doing half the bag, you're not doing that for customer satisfaction, But Fritos, the honey barbecue ones, man, they pack those things. And, they're some of the best value you can get for a chip, in my personal opinion. You're going to take some time to go through a whole bag of those. Mind you, that's not what this is about. It's about the Ruffles. These are not as packed as much, Like I said, I don't like them quite as much as I like the honey barbecue ones. I think that I like the fact that these are smoked because it makes them interesting. Gives them, a unique flavor profile. But for me personally, I think the honey barbecue just works better for my personal flavor profile specifics. So in this case, I like them. I think they're a good product. They're super flavorful. And unlike the other Ruffles ones, they actually deliver on what the hell they're talking about. So these are definitely the best of the basketball associated Ruffles that they've come out with, far and away. And even if they're not my outright favorite chip, they're still very good. Would I recommend them to people? Absolutely. Give them a shot. I think these are pretty solid. I think if you like barbecue chips, absolutely try them. But the thing is, you have to be, again, kind of manage your expectations. Because, again, if you're like me, where, you like the sweetness, there's still some sweetness to it. But the smoky aspect does counteract that to a certain extent. So it is a little bit different. But it's a very flavorful chip, and it offers something unique and interesting. So I like them. Anyway, folks, that's going to do it for me on this one. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year, and folks, you can go over there and have yourself a truly Chicago sky rest of your life. Because, I mean, granted, I don't know how the world they're doing immediately, but they won the championship last year. And mind you, that might sound like a completely douchebag thing. Like, I don't know how the Chicago Bulls are doing either right now, so I take a little while. Like, if they go on a good run, that's usually when I pick it up. I am that fan. I don't care. Final 2 things before I get out of here, folks. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what do you do if you can't do it all the time? I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you do, folks. You try not to be an asshole. Okay? That's not the easiest thing in the world. Especially when we live in a society where, let's be honest, we tend to go over there and kind of, elevate assholes because Zool help us all. That's what we do sometimes. And, but don't be that person. Don't be that person. I'm just saying, and especially even if you're not trying to be that person, if you go out into life, you experience your own difficulties and stuff like that, try to mitigate the level of expectation. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness that you display in your life. Not only is it better for the world around you, I think it's probably going to be better for you in the long run. So, very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Maybe you're going to go over there. Maybe you're going to try some Ruffles Ridge Twist Smoky Barbecue flavored. Well, with the WNBA Association. And then you go over there and, maybe you'll like them so much, you go over there, you check out a game. Maybe you like the game. Maybe you go over there, maybe you're watching a game. Maybe you have a, young daughter who's watching. Maybe she goes over and she decides to pick up some basketball ball skills. Doing some stuff. Career path, millions of dollars. Eventually, again, I know that's a big point of contention. The WNBA is, how they get paid and stuff. So, again, they're getting there, folks. But anyway, or conversely, you can go over there and do something, a little bit more realistic. Although, to be fair, that's not entirely unrealistic. Granted, I don't think eating these will likely lead to a career in the WNBA or the NBA. But, hey, maybe you go over there, go out, start practicing. I mean, granted, my age demographic, I don't make these, I'm not allowed to go over there and say that I make these videos for kids anyway, because, I don't. But, with the YouTube restrictions and stuff like that. But, hey, hoop dreams, folks. Hoop dreams. That's all I'm saying. All right, folks. Bye.